If you're a marketer who is introverted or just has some fear of public speaking and you're looking to improve that, this video is for you because I'm going to share how I overcame my fear of public speaking as a marketer and how you can do the same if you follow some of the things that I've shared and also uncover and I'm willing to face some of the fears that you have. And if you're not willing to face that fear, there's really nothing that this video can help you do, but I think some of it is just really reframing the way that you see the fear that will really help you overcome it. And then I'm going to give you some practical tips on how you can practice over time, because ultimately, spoiler alert, that's the way to overcome fear is through practice. So I don't want to be one of those YouTubers hold you hostage until the end of the video to find out what I'm going to say, but really it's just through practice, and I'm going to share how I did that. Earlier on, when I was like a little kid, I would do some public speaking stuff and all of that, but then I began to more focus on the thoughts that I was thinking, and I started to become more afraid of sharing what I was thinking when it came to marketing, because I wasn't always a marketer, and no figure, right? Nobody comes out a marketer, but I started to think about people who are better than me, people who know more than me, and people who I even looked up to. And I wouldn't share what I absolutely was thinking, and I didn't want to present to other people because I thought, what if my mind just goes blank? I have a list. What if they say something? What are they thinking? What if they're slacking on the side to each other? Like, all these thoughts would go through my head, and I started to develop this like fear of speaking in public. And nowadays, if you work remote in marketing, it's usually through a Zoom call or something like that. And I made up my mind, and right now I'm recording this, it's about to be 2023, but I made up my mind like late 2020 or 2021, I think, that I was like, I'm just gonna start teaching what I know and do it even if I feel afraid and if I don't make any money from it. And I realized communication is one of the best skills that I can learn. And I started reading about The One Thing by Gary Keller. And it's the people who make Keller Williams, like they talk about what's the one thing you can do so that everything else would be easier or necessary. And I realized my ability to communicate is going to determine how good I do in business, in life, in marriage, family, just really everything. And then I thought, okay, what can I do to just that? And it boiled down to me writing. Like, writing was the thing that would ultimately clarify my thinking, which would then clarify the way that I speak, which it sounds counterintuitive. You would think speaking a lot is the thing that's going to help you speak. But if you're just only speaking, but your thinking isn't caught up with how to actually process the information and put it and formulate it in your mind, your speaking is only going to rise to the level of your ability to think. And so what really helped here is writing continuously and getting in the habit of using Evernote, getting in the habit of taking time to write things out before I have meetings, and having time each week to reflect on what I'm learning, on writing lessons that I've learned. And if I want to think about something, write about something. And by doing that, like, this video isn't written out, but I'm able to, in my mind, put it all together in a way that sounds as if I almost wrote it out. So really, if you want to overcome your fear of public speaking, I would recommend by starting to write, especially as a marketer. If you want to have a point of view on something, write about it. If you want to get inspired by certain people, Nathan Barry was a huge inspiration to me. He's the guy who created ConvertKit, and he used to blog a lot on his early days. He's one of the ones who inspired me. Also, Sean was also somebody else who wrote a lot. He talked about writing daily. Now, I will be fully transparent. I have a horrible track record of writing daily. Like, I've tried to, I'm not great at it. But I do write often. I have 600 notes in Evernote. So as I'm thinking about something, if I want to put something together, I will write it out. I will look at frameworks and study them, like StoryBrand framework on how to tell a brand story. I will look at the delegation framework from Who Not How. I will look at, there's one called SOLD. It's specific, objective, limiting factors, and having a like ongoing dialogue. And so it's SOLD, like how to delegate things. So then I write it out and I begin to write better, and then I begin to think better, and then my public speaking gets better. And so I want to share this because I don't really see a lot of people talking about this, especially for marketers. But make sure that you're writing about things. Like, if you are doing marketing and somebody has a question that they ask a lot, say you're in e-commerce and they always ask, what's a good conversion rate? Write about what a good conversion rate is. And then you're going to be able to better communicate it. If they are asking, if you have another question that you get a lot, write about it. And you can send it to them, yes, but in Slack, but you can also learn how to think better. So ultimately, it starts with writing. then you have to go through, I would say, a year or two, which sounds like a lot, but you look at a whole lifetime, a year or two is not that long. If you live normal life, that's like less than 1% or 2% of your life. But a year or two of your life, you're going to feel that feeling. Even if you've been writing, it's still scary. Like, I would still have sweaty palms for 2 years of the calls I was on, doing 5 calls a day with marketing client. But ultimately, once you get through it, you're through it, and you don't have that fear of public speaking anymore, and you're able to truly show up and give the world your whole self as a marketer. I think the pursuit is for sure worth it to actually face the fear of public speaking. Your only other option is to shy away from it, hide from it, let the fear get stronger and stronger year by year. But I recommend writing, facing the fear, and showing up each day. And ultimately, you're going to become a better marketer who can actually share the amazing gift that you have with the world, whether it's in creative, whether it's in copy, whatever it is. Think of this video. If you are watching this video right now, this is because I was willing to face that fear of being afraid to speak in public. And you can do the same. I'm no different than you are, and you are no different than the next person watching this video. If you want to commit to overcoming your fear of public speaking as a marketer, go ahead and put in the comments below, I commit, and we will know what you're talking about. Till the next video, I'm Joe Chavez, your unofficial digital marketing career coach, signing out, here to help you start and grow your digital marketing career. Go ahead and watch one of these videos to continue the journey.